Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game, originally live action. We've converted it to Elm, and we've been working on a number of puzzle types. I think we've done all the puzzle types we're going to, but we found that there's a defect in the multi-answer puzzle, and we'll take a look in a moment. So I want to fix that defect and then try and work on restructuring the model so that the state for the puzzles, that they all sort of share the same state. And with that, I'm hoping to get rid of some duplication. So we definitely have, I had the sense that things are not cleaned up as much as they could be, certainly not as much as I would do in an OO program. So I'm trying to learn how Elm does the same thing in its programs, reduce duplication and get a clean design. All right, let's go look at the IDE. Actually, let's go look at the game. This is the one that's causing the problem. So if I select something here, memento, let me reload. Okay, I'm going to have to navigate over to that. Okay, if I select iterator, and now it's not going to do it. Observer and chain, and I go away, come back. It didn't remember that I had selected iterator. The other day what we saw was the first one was dominating everything. So facade decorator chain, go away, come back, visitor decorator chain. Okay, I think what it's doing right now is telling us the answers. I thought we had improved that, but at any rate, it's not right. Let's start from the view. Alrighty, so this is the multi-answer puzzle. Guess single pattern, guess combo, guess multi. All right, let's see if I can make a little more room. All right, so we've got the number of answers. That seems okay. The updated guesses. Array.set index guess. Oh, this is model. Sorry. Let's find view. Okay. We broke out make multi options. Okay. So make multi-answers takes the model, maybe an answers puzzle. I don't know why, maybe. Multi-answer. Okay, I think this is the top level. Answers puzzle. Yeah, I guess I really don't know why. So the section for the multi-answer puzzle, that's the identify the pattern section down here. This part is standard, the picture and the initial text. So we have the header, and then we have solved. Okay. And so we're assigning the class solved true or false, so we can know whether to display the red border or the green one. And then we call multi-answers model. Now I don't know why this is just puzzle. Let's see. Let's see who calls this. Option F7. Okay. Well, that appears to be it. Why would it be? I think something must have changed that made us put this maybe in. I also don't know why the order switched around. But I think we don't need it. just patterns. Okay, let's take out the maybe. Let's take out the just. We don't need this stuff. And now this is patterns, and I'm going to rename it back. Okay, should be tests that aren't happy. Okay, so I don't think I need this test anymore. And if I do answers puzzle with nothing in it, okay. Test should pass. Okay. Yeah, good. All right, so gonna put that here. So we refactor, make multi options, take, multi answers. Take answers puzzle rather than maybe answers puzzle. Okay. Push that. Okay, so my goal for today is make this behave correctly and then refactor for duplication. So this is all around let's say I guess I'll say defect. Multi-answer puzzle doesn't track answers properly. Okay. Now, carrying on from this, so the multi-answer puzzle has the header and then the drop downs. All right, this make multi-answers is going to make the drop downs. Okay, it's making selects, which are drop downs, based on puzzle.answers. Well, which is great as far as it goes. But I'm a little confused. Why does it need, it's going to iterate through the answers. And then for each one, it's going to generate a select statement. I don't know why we need the answers. Okay. The select statement, on input we guess multi-pattern index, all right? And then we call multi-options, make multi-options item and model. Item is the guess. Wait a minute. Puzzle.answers. I gotta look and see, is this the correct answers? I think it's the, sorry for the noise. These are the correct answers. You can see when we solve, we make sure basically every guess matches its answer. So I think our view is just totally wrong on what it's doing. It's saying these are the guesses, but they're not. It should be pulling something from the model. Okay, the model has guesses. Okay, so let's go back here. I mean, I think it should be based on model.guesses. Okay, and that explains this. These are the answers. I'm not sure. At some point, I've messed something up, and I've been saying I haven't been testing the UI part, And it's clear there's some business logic in here that's being that's wrong and untested. Okay, so the multi answers, I don't know what the puzzle's going to do with it. Okay, we're going to make multi options with item and model. Okay, why can't I get this? List a pattern name. Oh. Let's take model.guesses. We have to do a lookup. We do that somewhere. Well, I probably should. Guess multi-pattern. Well, normally we do this sort of thing. Okay, that should give me the types are a little messed up here, I think. Comparable, so a value and a dictionary. Okay, so model.guesses maps the room to the guesses, but I'm really it's the wrong type. Let's get up here. Guesses is array of pattern name. That's not the same. That's not a list. So I think we can maybe do array.toList. Requires maybe array of pattern name to list. Theoretically, this can't go wrong. I know I'm missing something. Okay, so I can always convert it to array.empty. Okay, so I get the current room. It's an array of strings. I make a default. Now I have an empty array if I don't have any strings, if the lookup failed. I convert it to a list, and then I do a list.indexed map. Let's see if there's an array.indexed map. Oh, there is. Okay, so we can use that instead. Don't need to convert it to a list. Oh, what's the matter? Requires list of HTML message. Okay. Oh boy. So we're going to get the current room, look up the guesses, set it to an empty array if necessary, map each one of these to a make multi-options. I'm going to say, let's rename this to guess. Okay, so on input, index, multi-options, guess, model. All right, now So we're iterating through the current guesses. I don't know what index does. I'm still not sure this is quite there. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, save this. Okay, so test pass. I'm worried about that initial one because how does it get the three things? Yeah. Okay. Array empty. I mean, I think I'm going to do this. Repeat n elements. I don't know. I'm getting worse here. Okay, let's see. What are we thinking here? This is low level. Well, no. Okay, I got it at the puzzle. I can use that. Okay, let's try it. If there's nothing in there right now, we repeat puzzle.answers.length. Didn't we calculate that at some point? Array.length puzzle.items. Puzzle.answers. Required A. Okay. So we look up the current room. If we don't find it, then either we maybe didn't enter anything for this room yet, or we just couldn't find the room. Okay. I don't know. I wish I could convince myself I were 100% correct to start with. Okay, that's somewhat better. Okay, so that is better, I should say. I don't think we're necessarily sure we're done, but it should come back to things where it just says I don't see the pattern in the list. I'm going to take I don't know. I've got 3 things in the list now. I'll say iterator. And before our problem was I would say iterator here, and it would set these to the same value. And now it seems to be setting them independently. All right, so if I leave and come back, I should get iterator, decorator, abstract, factory. Iterator, decorator, abstract, factory. Okay, I'm much happier there. I think there's still stuff going on that I should probably refactor, but let's get it, make sure it's working, and then do that. Okay, so make multi-answer. All right, let's set this right. So I think it was visitor, decorator, chain. Okay, so now we get them right. This turns green. I don't know if you noticed, but there's an extra door now because the hidden door is revealed. That's how that's supposed to work. Okay, so let's save this, push this. Okay, make motion to get current guess from the model, not the game. Right. Okay, and what the right test is. That's okay. I know stuff's getting out of hand and it's ugh. All right. But I think where we want to go, I think we want to deal with this. So we identified that 3 fields map from dictionary from room name to this. Okay. And in effect, I want to say instead of, it's kind of like having parallel arrays, except they're parallel dictionaries. I have 3 dictionaries keyed the same way. Instead of 3 dictionaries, I want 1 dictionary that goes to something with 3 fields. And I'm tentatively calling that PuzzleState. I think it's an adequate name anyway. But the PuzzleState is going to know there's an array of pattern names, array of int instead of string. Now there's something else going on here that confuses me. Or maybe what it is, it's this current guess thing. Okay, so the default guess and the model, we have this just 0, get the current room, and should make the default guess. I don't know. It feels like this should be passed in, and the other thing should be using that too, right? It should just go get the index and ask for that entry. And that would kind of generalize this. This came in with we had single guesses. We started with just choose 1 pattern. And so when we converted to use the guesses array, it always fetches index 0. But I think we can fold that and make it more uniform. Where this still, let's see, what's this look like? Whoa, that's dictionary get. Okay. Let me just change that. Okay, I've been trying to, I know the style in Elm prefers that we use the name, the qualified name, I guess you'd say. All right, is anybody else, somebody's using get directly? And the IDE will do all that for you, so it's, easy to be lazy. All right. Anything else? Okay, I think what we did the other day to convert, we had a single guess and a multi-guess, and we converted it to guesses. We did stuff in parallel, and then sort of did the writing in parallel, and then made the reading, switched over to the new structure to do the reading afterwards. I think we want to do the same thing here. So let's define PuzzleState as this new class. Okay. New module. PuzzleState. Okay. And it's going to be, well, it's going to be, I'll just take these 3. Okay, so type alias PuzzleState equals this. I've got the syntax wrong. Type alias equals that. Answers colon. Okay. Guesses is an array of pattern names. OrderGuesses is an array of int. It might drop those for me. And strings is an array of those. Okay. Array pattern name. Whoops. Set. Okay. Here we're just exposing PuzzleState. Okay. So creating this, no risk so far. Now what I want to do is make that a new field here on model. So let's see how we initialize now. We put all these things separately. Dictionary from list. Okay. That's okay. All right. So let's add, I don't know the right name. I'll just call it state for now. It's a dictionary from room name to PuzzleState. Okay. Now we should get complaints like this one. All right, but it's a dictionary. It's the 1, 2, 3 third argument. So let's add it a default value. Okay, so we've added a structure. Nobody's referencing it. There's probably some tests or something that create. No, we've cleaned that out. Okay. Did I make sure I ran the test? 314, 313. Okay. Okay. So model has the right thing now. I guess what we want to do, let's just work them in order. OrderGuesses. I don't know. I think I'm just going to say ordering in my PuzzleState. And this is probably patterns, ordering, and strings. Those are all things you can have going. Okay, so I'm changing the names a little bit. All right, so what I want to do is every time I write to guesses, I want to write to state as well. And okay, so let's find guesses. Actually, I should just do this, right? Okay, so places that read, we're going to let them read there for a while, but insert. So this is called when you make a guess, I suppose. Let's see, guess single pattern. Yeah, in our message, somewhere we call guess single pattern. Okay. All right, one of the things I think is going on, if you call guess single pattern, right now this should be the same. Guess single pattern. Oh, interesting. Index. Multi-guess. Okay, well, that's not the same. All right, let's go back to guesses. Okay, so this one is inserting model.current room. It's inserting the guesses in the model.guesses. Okay. How can we make this? Let's write this in parallel then. I don't know. I'm worried. The state is more complicated. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm being paralyzed by this for some reason. Okay, so the problem I'm having is I have to update the entry for the current room, but it's not just the guesses that are right. It's the other stuff that's in there too. So let's make a current state is dictionary.get current room from model.state. Okay, and this thing's type. Really? You're not going to tell me because I don't use it? Come on. Maybe PuzzleState. I don't know if I'm just building up more debt with this. Maybe with default. Default state. Let's make that a thing. Default state. And let's PuzzleState. Well, let's give it array.empty, and set.empty. Okay, and we'll export that. I think we'll say default puzzle state. Okay, we'll use that in model. Yes. I guess if I'm going to say it like this, dot default. I'm going to change my mind. Okay. So the current state, we look up the room. Yeah, all this lookups, I don't know. Anyway, we'll give it a default state, which is totally empty. All right, now the updated state is we're going to insert the current room. Well, we need to insert, this is not, well, what I want to say is updated state is current state with well, I guess we want this. Let's see if this is the issue. Okay, what's the matter here? There's lowercase identifier. I guess I have to make that an explicit thing too. Okay, let's use that here. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. Okay. I need to say patterns equal. Okay, we're updating the patterns array. This is the updated state. This is the updated, it's really a state dictionary. I hate putting the types in there. Model.current room, updated state. And the dictionary. Now we can put state equals updated state dictionary. And I suspect we can make the names better. Okay. My guess is there will be a test or two that fails because it doesn't expect to find this state variable in there. But they're not, I don't think they're going to be true failures. I mean, if that's the only difference, then yeah, that's kind of expected. Okay, let's work from the bottom. Okay, so the state now has room ordering from list empty, patterns from list observer, strings empty. Okay. And that stuff's extra. Strings equals that. Okay, so this test is this one. I don't know, the highlighting in here seems a little funky. Am I getting the right thing? Update guess pattern marks room solved when guess is correct. Okay. We expect that to equal this state. Guess pattern marks room resolved. Okay. Okay, so we're on a different error at the end. All right, updated. Another message test. Okay, with basically the same thing I just had with wrong answer instead. Whoops. Okay, so this is wrong answer. Yeah. Update guess pattern leaves solutions alone. Whoops. Okay, so that's a different last entry. Okay, I'm just working from the bottom. Update. Updates when current room already has a guess. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, again, given the test is putting a chain of responsibility in, I believe that is correct. Updates guess when current room already has. Oops. Update guess pattern. Updates guess when current room already has a guess. Okay. Room. Formatting didn't get better, am I? Something went wrong. Okay. Oh. I think it likes it more like this. No. Make sure that's right. Dictionary from list. Then this. Dictionary from list. Room. Oh, I'm missing the end. Ordering, all that stuff. No, I've completely lost stuff. Well, I can just close it properly and then do this. Okay, so that closes that. Close the pair, close the structure. Okay, state. I guess I need that third field. Was it set? Okay, that's happier. All right, update guess pattern. Updates guess when current room has no guess. State equals room, ordering equals array empty list, patterns equals from list. Wrong answer. Is that? Well, no. If we guess chain of responsibility, the pattern should be chain of responsibility. But the state is empty. Okay, I'm puzzled. Okay, we called guess pattern, which calls this. Let's see, what's guesses equals wrong answer. I'm truly puzzled. Updates when current room has no guess. Okay, well that's good. I don't know where the word wrong answer could be coming from in this test, though. Oh, apparently we fixed that one and I'm on a different test. Okay, sorry. Okay. So this one, yeah, we should get this state again to there equals guesses, wrong answer. This stuff. Command none. Okay. Again, we're putting in the state. Wrong answer. Okay. And passed. All right. Well, I see we've run over our normal time for a break. So let's take a 2 or 3 minute break. And we've made one update. We'll go ahead and find the other places and update them. I think there may only be one. All right. So see you in a couple minutes. Hi, welcome back. All right, let's go on to the next place that references guesses. Shift F7. Okay, so we insert. I think this is the one we did. Updated. Okay. Guesses. Yes, that has the state. Okay, now this one. Guess combo pattern. All right, so a combo pattern, you have various things you can add in or out, and then you have to guess the pattern still. So this should be basically the same. Let's take this, and I'm hoping in the end all these become the same because we don't have to care what kind of puzzle it is it's all just storing state. Updated guesses. Updated state equals current state. Where did we get that? Okay, so the current state, we get the model state. Update patterns with array from list guess. Okay, and develop a new updated state for state, and then we have to write it. Updated state dictionary. Okay. And again, this will probably 142. This will probably generate a series of errors, and then okay, guess multi-patterns our next one. All right. So let's see what we get. Probably about the same number of errors. Test run failed. How many? 2 errors. Okay, so it's even simpler. Okay, combo puzzle. And we do have to look at this and make sure it looks right, but we got a pattern decorator that matches with what we see there, so it seems pretty plausible. Okay, so we update state, and let's go for both. I'm guessing that's right above it. Okay. And okay, hopefully both pass. All right. Now, multi-answers is the final one. Okay, and this one updates a set of guesses. All right, let's borrow the same 3 pieces. Okay. Oops. Current state. Okay, now this time, instead of just array from list guess, updated guesses is the dictionary. Array of pattern name. Okay, so I guess that's this. Okay. And then we need to write. Okay, so if you update this with guesses unknown, and you update observer. Okay, we want unknown observer here, and that is reflected in here. And I've messed up this again. Guesses equals that matches that. State I lost stuff again. I don't know, there's something about selecting this that's not. I got room patterns. Oh, maybe I didn't select enough. Okay. Test run failed. Update guess multi-pattern. Marks room solved when all guesses are correct. That's this one. I wish the test runner would tell you the line number. Okay, but we'll take state to here. Okay, so right answer 1, right answer 2 matches up to guesses. Right answer 1, right answer 2, and the rest is empty. All right. Am I the right one? No. Update guess multi-pattern. Leave solutions alone when not all guesses are correct. Okay. And updates guess when current room already has a guess. Update guess when current room has a guess. Okay, guesses equals. Whoops. Internals. Like, where's that from? State equals this to here. Oh, something went wrong there. State equals dictionary from list. Why is that? I don't know why it's not selecting correctly. All right, that passed. Oh, okay, let's lock this in. I should do that after each one, but okay. So our overall goal is refactor, move, parallel dictionaries to a single dictionary of PuzzleState. Okay, and so what we did was we make guesses field also write to state in model. Okay, and that should be good. Okay, so this is kind of like triple the work from yesterday. We did the guesses and single guesses and multi guesses into a single guesses field. We just did that for the guesses, which were 3, I think we saw, but now we have to do order guesses, and then we have to do strings. So it's definitely getting into a medium-sized refactoring here. All right. All right. So I guess first we'll make sure guesses is covered. I'm pretty sure we're okay. So yeah, we added state below there, and we did the other 2. Okay, this one's a get. Well, actually, can we do the get? I guess we can. We've just made it a more complicated thing, but it still should find it. It should now find it in the state, even though it has to go an extra level in. Let's see. Now this one. Okay, so it's dictionary get multiple model.guesses. All right, so let's get well, let's say state I want to do dictionary.get model.currentRoom in model.state. Is that plausible? Okay, so if I get that stuff, instead of all guesses here, I mean model.guesses, double check this, model.guesses is the dictionary. Okay, and guesses, it's going to get the array of pattern names, right? That should be an array of patterns. Maybe array of patterns. Okay. This is a state, maybe PuzzleState. I want to get, boy. PuzzleState. Well, I really want to get patterns out, right? Because that's the guesses. I probably should have made the change and then changed the name, but pattern corresponds to guesses. Let's find our maybe helper. Maybe there's something in here. Unwrap takes a function and default value. Let's find that and then. Okay, the problem is this is a maybe state. Well, can I do this? And then to what function on those two arguments? Well, the function is, maybe it's just and then. No. Let's find maybe. And then maybe and then. A to maybe B goes to B. Well, what I'm thinking is and then the function is dot patterns on all state. A to maybe B on maybe A goes to maybe B. A, okay, maybe B is maybe PuzzleState. So what's the problem here? Required, maybe where A has patterns, maybe B found maybe PuzzleState. See, patterns doesn't give us a maybe. Oops. Patterns gives us an array, so the and then it's just not quite right. All right, so if I don't get anything back from the state, maybe that's the default state again. Maybe PuzzleState. Okay, so this. Well, this is like all guesses 2 is what I really want. All guesses 2. If you take that and then you ask it for the patterns, this should be array of pattern name, array of pattern name, maybe array of pattern name. Okay, so this is kind of better. Then I want to return array.get of 0 from all guesses 2. Oh. Maybe with default. Okay, so if all guesses 2 doesn't come up with something, maybe it's an empty array. We get a default guess. Okay. And this can go, as far as I know, this should just pass. Oh, the test probably doesn't put it in the state. Okay. Default model visited guesses. All right, I'm going to open up this a little bit. Default model with the current room current visited guesses, but I need to do state. State equals dict from list. Current goes to well, I think this can be PuzzleState.default state. Where patterns equals pattern. What's more with PuzzleState? Syntax is so picky on this thing. Okay. Patterns equals patterns is an array. Okay, so I'm saying the current room should have pattern in its list. What did I? Close the parens. Okay, so just like the guesses has pattern, this should have pattern. Okay, should pass. Yay. Okay. Oh, that's the first one. I didn't know it was going to be so painful to find all these. All right. But this is better. That can go away. Okay. And what I'm thinking is there's probably somewhere like this get model with the maybe, right? I mean, that feels like it should come. There ought to be some sort of helper that does that. Okay, but I think we've established dictionary get takes care of that. So let's go back to find. Okay, that one's invalid. Dictionary insert, dictionary get. 155. Okay. Now this one's tricky because updated guess is used here too. So it's used down here, but also here. Okay, so if we get let's try pulling this apart. Current guesses equals and this is current guesses. Okay. So I pull the dictionary out so I can use it in this place too. Make sure nothing went wrong. Okay. All right. And so what I would like to do, given I'm writing them into the new state, right, I should be able to fetch them from there. So that's kind of like what we did up above. We're going to get the model guesses. Okay. And sorry, let's get the model state. And then pipe that to maybe dot with default. And that's PuzzleState dot default state. Okay. What does that give us so far? It should give us the PuzzleState dot patterns. Okay. Correct guesses is array of pattern name. Oops. Gotta tip up my room here. Okay. All right, that gives me the patterns. How do I get them maybe with default? Okay, if I've got a state and patterns is an empty array. See, this gets trickier. Okay, let me put this, let's do this. I'm gonna make it even more parallel. All right, so this is model.patterns. Okay. Current guess is 2. Model.guesses. Okay, that should pass. All right. Now, if I want to get it from the current state, if the state doesn't exist, I need this. That is true. But then I need to look at the patterns. Okay, if we start with an empty array, and see, before that would come back as a nothing, so it would know that it was empty. And I don't want to do maybe. I want to fill it in. Okay. Current guesses. All right. Current state is still using updated guesses, right? Yes. Okay. So I get the patterns. That seems fine. But let's make a current guesses. Let's say current guesses with default equals if current guesses dot if array dot length of current guesses come on, answers, then I want to return current guesses. Return current guesses. Else I want to do array.repeat number of answers question marks. Then okay, this is harder than I want. All right, the problem is when you create the state, you don't really look at the puzzle, the game, to figure out what the lengths and stuff should be. Okay, so we're doing it here, and I think we can we got to rework that, but I'm trying to get through the changeover and then do the cleanup. As long as I don't get myself so confused during the changeover that I can't do the cleanup. Okay, so what I think I've done here is I get the current guesses, and then if it's empty, well, if I don't have enough answers, then I set up a default. Otherwise, the current guesses is fine if it's got the right number of answers. All right, now current guesses with default is ready to use. Okay, and the update here, instead of updated guesses, I really want to do this current guess with default thing. Okay, so patterns equals updated guesses. No, it's going to equal this with the array.set on it. So I think that's really array.set index guess and updated, what do we call it? Current guesses? Current guess with default. Okay. So, oh God. Okay, so I think these three are the currently proper clunky implementation. Find how many answers you need. Look up the state. Assuming if that doesn't exist, give a default state. And then get the patterns. In a way, this shouldn't ever happen, but we have to cover the case. Okay, give it the patterns. Then take those patterns. If you've got enough answers, then use them. Otherwise, generate enough answers so we get a default starting value for this room. Okay, and if it's empty, we shouldn't be calling this anyway, so it's okay, but we'll default stuff to wrong answers. Okay, so now we jump down here. We get the current state. which seems like we already did that. Yeah. Maybe with default puzzle state. Okay, again, I don't think this can go off, but we're saying take the current state, update the patterns by setting the current guess, the index and guess into current guesses with default. That gives us the new ones. All right, run the test. Please pass. Oh, interesting. That may be set up. Okay, it looks like everybody that uses question mark. Guess when current room has no guess. Okay. We're due for another break. Overdue again. Sorry. Let's take the break and then come back and figure out what's up with these tests. It may not be a big deal. I mean, mostly as long as my string is not equal to one of the existing patterns, it's not going to be a problem. So anyway, 2 or 3 minutes. Hi, welcome back. All right, let's see if we can finish this moving the guesses into the state. So the test that failed, update guess multi-pattern and updates guess when room has no guess. And yeah, I think again the state really needs to be there is all that we got going on there. So the state is we'll see if we believe this. Okay, so we're saying it's unknown. It should start off unknown, unknown. What's your problem? State equals. Okay, so ordering is empty, patterns is set, strings is empty, and then in the end, we want patterns to be unknown observer. Okay, so guess multi-pattern updates guess when current room has a guess. What am I not seeing here? Ordering equals. Room goes to array from list unknown unknown. Ordering patterns unknown unknown set from list. We update 1, then 0 should be the same. Okay, so let's look at our code. Well, make sure I'm failures 3. Did I run? Oh, we got through that one, I think. Update guess multi-pattern guesses when current room has a guess. Not all guesses. All guesses. Okay. Yeah. So update multi-guess pattern when current room already has a guest. Okay, guesses equals. Before the brace. Dictionary from list, ordering patterns, unknown, and decorator. Okay. So if we start with unknown and decorator, we change slot 1 to observer, then we should get unknown and observer. Okay. So we should be down to 2 failures. Okay. All right, guesses. This is right answer 1. And unknown. If we guess the wrong answer, it changes the unknown to the wrong answer. Okay. And then this one. We update with right answer 2. This should be right answer 2. Right answer 1 unknown. Okay, should pass. Yay. All right. This is a good progress point. Okay, so to do here, read from state instead of old guesses in model. Okay. And now, well, let's take these down. I'll word that better later. And this is okay. Now we're hoping eliminate unused guesses field in model. Okay. I'm hoping everybody who access, I don't think we got all the accesses yet. Okay. Guesses. Now the ones that we duplicated, yeah, so the ones we have in here, see, we don't have any dict.gets from this, but we do have it in the model. Okay, and this is somewhat similar. Okay, so I think what we're saying, I'll take this out for a moment, is if you get the dictionary, current room, we got to do that same stuff. Ugh. Okay, quit leaning back. Okay. Undo. Now, let in. All right, so where we were And I know I'm putting duplication in, so it's this kind of stuff. This gives me the array of patterns. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, put it in view for now. Number of answers equals that. Current guesses. This function expects one argument, but it got two instead. Okay, so I think this covers these two lines. And if you look stuff up in current guesses with default, array of pattern name with the defaulted answers built into the puzzle length. Number of answers. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be okay. Now this is a view, and this is multi-answers. So, we need to make sure it's not enough to pass because we've been manually testing this stuff. Okay, if I reload, navigate in. Okay, I don't know. Visitor, decorator. Let's go and come back. Decorator and chain. Cool. Okay, so that all appears okay. All right. Now the find. No, I don't really care about that. Elm format has problems. I'm very aware of that now. All right. So if we look for find, we're trying to find anybody who looks at the guesses. All right. Updated guesses looks at modeled guesses. Updated guesses. The only use for updated guesses. So what we're claiming at this point is nobody's looking up guesses. They're all asserting values for them and writing in, but nobody is reading. Oh, tick get model.guesses. Okay, what are you? Current guesses 2. Updated guesses. Yeah. Okay. Updated guesses. Current guesses with, so updated guesses is array of pattern name. Current guesses with default is our array of pattern name. Okay, so current guesses with default should be, no. I guess we didn't make a new updated guesses. Okay, updated guesses here. I guess the claim is nobody's looking at them. Okay, we wrote updated guesses. What did updated state dictionary use? Oh, but solve does. Okay. All right, let me make an updated guesses 2. 2 equals, and it's going to be current guesses 2. Well, it's going to be, yeah, pipe to array.set index guess. Oh, it's going to be that's coming up that. So I'm sorry. We want to take current guess with default, pipe that to our array.set. Okay, so I'm making a parallel structure again. Now, who uses new guesses? Well, it should be anybody that uses update guesses 2. Sorry, updated guesses is solved with that. Okay. Good. Okay. Now, that's one method. Let's see who else. Solved uses guess. Guess is coming in. That's fine. Okay. And then this one is probably the same. Yeah, dialogue puzzle. Okay. I think we're okay. Now, again, let's make sure who's using guesses. Okay. There should be no real uses. Okay, we write it, we update it, we write it, we update it. Write and update. This one, model.guesses. Current guesses 2 does not flow into state or solved. That's the real question here. Current guesses 2 goes into updated guesses. Current state, well, actually, let's just comment these out for a moment. Let the compiler do the data flow analysis for us. Okay, it affects that one, but it doesn't affect the others. All right, good. Okay. These guesses, I guess the question is, does every use of guesses have a state with it? This one appears not to. Okay, so we got to make sure anybody who ever updates guesses, we got to make sure they update state in parallel. And we'll just borrow this. Okay, so the room is decorator. Okay. This one has guesses. We got to look at our models. Okay. This one has both. 32 has both. Guesses and state. Guesses and state. Good. Good. Those are good. How about these? Default model with guesses. Okay. And state. the state is current 2. And this is default state where patterns equal, and let's, default state. Make sure that's the right one. Yes. Okay. So we are matching array from list to pattern, and we're going to need the same thing on the other side. Oh, no, it's pulling stuff out. Default action. Okay. State knows action when the current room has one. All right, this case is going to be a little funny. All right, so what's going on is we're getting the action from the strings. Current goes to my trigger, but the state, yeah, eventually we have to get it from the state, but the guesses are not being used. Okay. Keep this one. Okay, that's got the state. That's got the state. Okay, everybody should be passing. Good. Okay. Now, it feels like we just put it in and rip it out and put it in and rip it out, but it is progress, I think. Okay, so the question is, who references guesses? And at this point, I'm saying we should be able to take it out. Now, there will be complaints. 57, field 4 is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then how about here? Model.guesses. Well, if we don't use updated guesses, what breaks? Only that. We don't care about guesses anymore. So that goes, and this goes. Okay. We don't need this anymore. I think I can make it work this way. Updated guesses goes away. Okay, I definitely need some helper functions, but okay, we'll keep going on. Order guesses. All right, no more in this file. Okay, now, okay, model test certainly has them. And message test must have a couple. Actually, I think we saw 3. Oh, more than 3. Okay. All right. Well, that feels nice to have that pass in one go. All right. What's the to-do say? Eliminate unused guesses field in model. Right. We've done that. Let's push that. Okay. So yeah, I mean that was, I don't know, an hour plus, right? But we got the guesses field gone. So I'm happy that's happened. I think maybe they're well, we'll do order guesses next time, but um I think we need to get some helpers going here. If, um yeah, so this code, well, that's simple enough. Maybe we'll just talk through some things. So we'll get the current room model state with a default state. That seems like it's information from models, so model can just give us back the current state. Okay, kind of like we just asked for the guesses. Um, Now this, again, that's all kind of model stuff, right? We're telling the model, well, it would be nice to tell it like update patterns and just give it the model and the patterns, maybe even the lists of patterns that we want to change. I think that would be progress. Again, that would cover this one. Again, the list of patterns we want to change. Yeah, okay. This is a little different. We'd still have that helper for the first part. Get the patterns. I don't know. It feels like we can definitely do some stuff here. All right. Anyway, so we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll pick up and we will go to the next field, which was order guesses. Okay. So let's talk about that one. We're gonna write anything. Well, write to both order guesses and state, and then we're going to read from state instead of order guesses, and then we're going to get rid of eliminate order guesses from model. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing with strings. Read from strings, read from state instead of strings, and eliminate strings from model. Okay, and then more refactor. Okay, so we'll pick up there tomorrow. I suspect we'll finish both these and maybe start getting into some of this cleanup. And I really do hope, my hope is the cleanup works well enough that all these guess single pattern, guess multi pattern, all that stuff, I think they can fold together at least substantially. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Thanks for joining me. Hope I can catch you tomorrow. If not, maybe next year. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.